This is a Google Earth flight simulator. I'm going to be going from the North Pole to the South Pole right now. There are no layovers. I got my ugly water, an energy drink, snacks. Alright, well, wish me luck. I wish I took a nap before this, but yeah. I'm going to start now. Let's do it. Okay, so let me quickly enter the flight simulator. This is for my current view. Get the faster one at least. Alright, let's see. Man. Oh, one moment. We crashed. Oh, we're going up. We're going up. We're getting altitude. We're getting altitude. Let me start the timer. There we go. And we're off. Alright. Well, wish me luck. Alright, thus begins our not so safe flight. I spent the first few minutes here just trying to figure out the height, the perfect height to try and get into some sort of autopilot for this flight. A good time for a pilot to be starting a flight right across the entire Earth. So yeah, I spent these first few minutes kind of struggling, and then I finally find my autopilot and stick with it for a very safe and gratefully long amount of time, and ignore that I look like me, Saul Goodman. But now we're just on the flight, loving life. No sign of land anywhere. Turns out I took one of the most boring routes possible, which was just about from the crack in between Russia and Alaska all the way through the Pacific Ocean, and nothing else about that. You'll see a few patches of land, but besides that, dear passenger, you're not going to be that interested in seeing too much land. Oh, and the lights are off. Looks like everyone has finally gone to bed. My genius brain decided. Oh, and a color switch in the ocean. It just keeps getting more interesting from here. But the lights were off, and my genius brain decided to go and start this at about 11:45 p.m. And oh, if you look on the left, you're gonna see the first patch of land passing by, and on the right side, and it's coming all around you from the middle. And I decided to take a nap, just what a great pilot should do. And so finally passing over some land myself. Pretty sure that was the pass of Alaska and Russia, and so we're going past that right now, and we are officially in the Pacific Ocean. We're out of the Arctic Ocean, and we are just loving life. Look at me, having a great time, sleeping through my own flight, sort of, more or less, listening to the podcast just to keep myself awake, drink that energy drink. It's been long gone by now, but I'm doing my best. Keep going, and the water's getting lighter already. See, just like that, so many changes in this 3 hours in. More land. I think this is about the last of the land you're going to see, and about the most interesting patch of land that I could say that I experienced on the entire flight. So, whew, wasn't that fun? And so, the quest continues. I don't know if this was going a true, 2-speed 400 miles an hour, but it seemed like it was a really fast trip, because I feel like this trip should have lasted about 20 more hours than it actually did. So shouts to Google Earth for keeping me alive. And right here is the moment of truth. As it turns out, I actually clicked on it, and I did not know that when you click on Google Earth, you can actually toggle modes from being steered by arrow keys to being steered by a mouse. So I lost my trusty autopilot that I had so faithfully for about 3 hours, and now I was stuck on my own to steer for a very, very large amount of time. And no land anywhere, so I was not helped there, which was unfortunate. So I was stuck to steer by myself, making sure just doing my best to go south and try to maintain a hold of things. Fun fact, do not try this at home, because you will not have enough gas or know how to drive a plane unless you're using the flight simulator. And even then, I would recommend that you do not do it at home, because it took a lot of time and you will get bored and suffer. It is officially the morning time. Oh, and this last little patch of thing right there. I'm not sure what that was. It looked like a huge eyeball of a kraken or something. The U.S. Navy might want to check that out later, but I'm finally hitting a semi-autopilot right here, and I'm going somewhat south, best I can do. I don't want to mess it up again, so I just let myself go, and I'm back to napping. Some pilot. And about 7 hours in, I decide to go downstairs, recognize that, hey, I'm on autopilot, might be able to take a quick nap, and then by the time I get back, it will all be alright, and, I'll get back in time just for the finale. And as I'm going to have to eventually learn out the hard way, it was not so. So you notice how I'm going from south to west right here. This means that I'm starting to pass over the South Pole, and so there's no more south for me to go, so I have to go somewhere else. And so I'm passing through it the entire time. In about 8 hours, I crossed over the Earth in the Google Earth Flight Simulator, and unfortunately I was asleep. So it just goes to show that you should not give up on your dreams and not sleep through them, because you will miss out on your crowning achievement. I don't know what to tell you. Wow, what a sad ending to this, isn't it? It's about 11 hours I'd like to have back. If you enjoyed watching me sleep across the world, then please subscribe. I want to hit 1,000 subscribers soon, and I got a long ways to go, but I got a lot of good new videos coming out. So please subscribe, and I hope you have a good one.